Today, the trial begins at Berlin's court against palliative care doctor Johannes M. He is accused of killing 15 of his patients, 12 women and 3 men, and they lived all across the city, from Tempelhof to Neukölln, Britz, Schonenberg, Köpenick, and so on. Not only that, he also worked in 4 different German states. And it looks like that his evil desire to kill reached across the border to Poland as well. Today, we will look at what we know so far about this case. Johannes grew up in Mulheim, studied medicine in Frankfurt am Main, and trained as a radiologist and general practitioner before specializing in palliative care. This is where he encountered his victims. They were all terminally ill patients and needed pain relief. He was working with them through a medical service, and he was visiting his patients at their homes without any medical necessity and without patient knowledge or consent. He first injected them with anesthetic and then with a muscle relaxant. This would paralyze their respiratory muscles and cause respiratory arrest. They would die within minutes. But he didn't stop there. He set fires in at least 5 apartments to hide his crimes, putting more lives at risk. Not that he would care about that. But these fires actually shined a suspicious light on him. The nursing service that he was working for became suspicious after so many of his patients died in fires. 9 days after his last arson, supervisor filed a report. Dr. Tod, that means Dr. Death in German, was arrested at Berlin's airport. He just landed after spending a vacation with his wife and son. The investigation team in this case reviewed 359 cases. They needed to exhume 15 bodies, and investigation concluded that in 69 cases there is a ground for suspicion. And now this 40-year-old doctor faces 15 counts of murder in Berlin's court. But more charges might come. Could he also be responsible for the death of his mother-in-law? She had been suffering from cancer and mysteriously died in the same weekend that he and his wife went to visit her in Poland in early 2024. Colleagues that worked with him described him as very friendly, committed, a competent doctor, and his patients found him polite and likable. Beneath those golden curls, a darker side was noticeable even in his studying years. According to newspaper Die Zeit, he submitted a doctoral thesis in 2013, looking into the motives behind a series of killings in Frankfurt. His thesis opened with the words, "Why do people kill?" It looks like he is the one carrying the answer to this question, and he will go down in history as one of the Berlin's worst serial killer.